Welcome to the Fairweather Friends podcast where four friends get together and derp and cheese and,
beef, cheese,
Yeah.
beef. Play the intro.
Let's try another one. Take two. Fairweather Friends, we'll get you fucked up.
Yeah. Put it in your butt. If that's what you're into, I don't want to force anything on you or imply anything that's against your preferences. But, ooh.
Still, whatever you need, insert us into that.
But if we're aggressive, be aggressive about doing it consensually. That's what we're about.
Even if it's just cuddling.
Consent.
Even if it's just cuddling or just
a headlock is nothing but a manly cuddle.
Even if
like
you think
cuddling Gus.
Hanging out with chiffon.
Can we say we put the cuddle in cuddlingus?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I was trying to find there it is. Yeah.
There it is. Anyway, welcome. Thanks for joining. As always, my name's Jason. As always, I haven't changed yet. We got Dan here, Matt, Brandon. Welcome back. Anyway, how you guys been?
Hi, everybody.
We forgot to bring a show.
I mean, I'm okay.
No,
I had a little health scare on the way in today.
You're not okay.
You're the last one. I should be saying
first,
that.
Let's play catch up. Did we do anything new this week during the pandy, the quarantine? Did we do any new skill or try any new bullshit? Did we?
Did I? I've worked. I know. I was at an escape room a lot, and then was here. No, I didn't.
You're talking about your apartment, because that could be any room can be an escape room if you.
That's actually.
My trunk is an escape room.
It was a bit I did. One of the last times I went to a stage around here before they all shut down and wouldn't let you go do open mics and showcases anymore. Somehow got to mentioning an escape room. I was like, the most intense escape room would be themed exactly like my room, because then I could never get out of it. I would just be like, oh, Netflix, maybe there's a clue in here. Just go back to bed again.
Spend 45 minutes scrolling through the menu trying to find something to watch, and then you end up watching Big Trouble in Little China for the 800th time.
You're gonna get out of here? Maybe in 5. I don't know. When are we making food? You don't actually live here. Oh God, you're right.
Oh shit.
And then
I said Uber Eats come, so
I always thought it'd be funny because doing the part-time work at an escape room, it's a weird place to be at. I also think it's funny if someone broke the window, they were gonna break into it. They didn't come in. You could see where they hit it with a hammer, and the window didn't give, so ran off. But I imagine someone coming into an escape room to do crime, and then shoving them in one of the rooms. Oh God damn it! Okay, I see a lock. Mm-hmm. There's a 4 on that wall, and they actually have to
wait a minute. Who is this criminal? How much cash does this criminal think they have at the escape room? Yeah. They're gonna come in and steal the weird lock with the combination thing and a bunch of cards.
The answer is 0. You have to book online, so they could just steal the tablet that the square for $2 buttons is connected to.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Yeah,
you could go steal weird antique furniture stuff. But I just like the idea of an attacker just being forced into an escape room and then treating it on oh God, the cops are coming. I got an hour to get out of here. And having okay.
Yeah. That's the thing. Escape rooms, they give you because I haven't done one, but from what I understand, they give you a time limit, right? Escape in X amount of. Yeah, but he's escape or else you're busted. Yeah, you're going to jail. That actually adds it increases the stakes. I think they should do that. They should incorporate that. When you book, you're only allowed to book an escape room if you're if you got warrants.
Yeah. or if you make someone commit a crime on camera at the beginning of the escape room.
And you hold it for blackmail. Yeah, escape or else we're publishing this shit.
Or no, don't even hold it up. Just straight hotline it to the police. So you have 15 minutes to get out.
What they should do is, since most escape rooms are for kids, is you need an incentive.
They're not for kids. They're for adults. They're for adults and companies to get together and do a team building exercise. That's what they're for.
McDonald's Play Place is an escape room for kids. You escape the pea smelling ball pit.
Like they're made for children, like like middle school kids. Like they're made for that. But like what they should do is they need to incentivize like actually like if you don't participate, because there's always going to be some shithead kid who's like, I don't want to do this. And here's how you do it. If you don't get out of the room within the hour, your middle school crush gets to call you gay in front of the entire class. That's going to make your little dumbass work. Like,
I would say, being there, kids are actually a minority of the customers that come through. Sometimes people bring their kid, or there'll be like a party. Well, it's just a bunch of like college age or old Trump dudes. Like,
kid lives matter. Settle down.
Like, I'd like to meet the company.
There's a lot of them.
Statement is we are going to lock some kids in a room. They would not secure a business loan at that.
I guess that is true.
Similar to the idea of the escape room, I always feel like banks are leaving a lot of money on the table by not just renting out the vaults after hours.
No, they put it in the vault. That's where
they let you pretend to rob the bank or do pretend heists, and they'll have like the security guards with just like those pellet guns or whatever. They have the money. Let's just let you see if you could pull it off, and you get to the end, they take the money back. Well, good try, but you pay a few $100 for some of your friends to try to do basically the beginning of Dark Knight yourself, and see how far you get.
Yeah, you have to. The price of admission, you have to open a CD, a bullshit CD at the bank to get in and do the game.
Another great thing banks could do is let you rent them like an event space, so you can pretend you have all that money for your party or whatever. And just throw the money around and shit. Like you got to clean it up that night, like any other event space. But you just have you pay a few $100 to hold your wedding reception or birthday party at the bank with the vault open. Honestly, just play with the gold bars.
Well, honestly, like what the funniest too is just like I see so many people actually like only having a few banks they can go to. So just imagine like going to like a bar mitzvah, out of a fucking Bank of America. like everyone's just everyone's just knocking shit over, and they're like, those like check deposit slips are just getting fucking thrown around.
Everyone's just knocking over all the banker desk shit off the top so they can sit on it.
Somebody took a shit in the mortgage officer's desk in the back corner. You
have to fucking pay a security deposit because people are taking the fucking pins. Like, just pins from the fucking desk.
Yeah, pins all say property of Citibank. And Fred and Laura's bar mitzvah.
Yeah, just Greg gets out the next day to his office like, why are all these pictures of naked people on my desk, man?
All right, what other terrible business ideas do we got?
It is funny, and like I honestly am surprised it hasn't happened, especially like how fucking like deviant like billionaires are, like especially with like all the Jeffrey Epstein shit and like all the fucking like
Ghislaine or whatever her name is, Ghislaine.
Ghislaine on Children Maxwell, and like. I'm surprised there hasn't been like a sex tape out of a billionaire just fucking in a bank. Like you're just fucking on top of all money.
Fucking the bank.
Yeah.
Like
bank,
fucking that little like thunk, that little thing you put the check in, like, and then you just like turn it on.
I like your balls in it.
We're gonna go back to like what we asked before, Matthew.
Just in it, and it goes.
Someone on the other end just catch the load, just vacuum fired out.
He makes the shitty teller making like maybe $20K a year to stand there and get the jizz fed through the tube. No, he pays her like 5 G's so she can get caught up 3 months on her student loan, and because she just gets blasted in the face.
The load being in one of those paper envelopes you put the dollar bills in.
Is the tube goes up and like they actually up and open it, but they open it, it's like a glitter bomb of cum.
It's like, and then he's like waiting for it. He's waiting for it. And he's like, "Come on, give it to me." And all she sends back is that stupid ass green sucker with the loopy. That's all he wants. That's all he wants.
What they should do is they need to replace the blue bags with just cum. So like whenever bankers open up the money, it just shoots cum right in their face. They're like, I don't want to rob anymore. This sucks.
That is rich people cum though. That's the CEOs. Those are the real owners of the bank. It's not blue paint, ladies and gentlemen. FYI, look it up.
That's
Illuminati.
The robber.
Yeah.
Dude, no. Just put the money.
Water-based like
is a Robin Blue. Yeah, all of that champagne and walking on marble makes your cum like a Robin kind of blue. That's everybody knows that.
You know what banks should really do is like, you know how a lot of times like that you go into a bank and they always have like that sort of like you're being monitored. Like they're basically just saying you like don't rob. Like they're just telling you you're gonna be robbed, like you're getting in trouble. But there should just be one sign being like you can rob the place, but the owner has sex with the money.
We licked everything.
Man, I don't do this.
Every fourth bill is wiped on somebody's butt. You want to rob it?
And then, like, but then also you look at it puts that person also in a predicament because they're like, well, I don't want to bank here, but they're like, well, I can't withdraw my money. I guess I might as well put more of my money in to be molested upon other dollars.
Can I get gold? Oh, you don't want to know what we do with the gold bars?
No. You do not want to touch those gold bars. I'm telling you.
So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I haven't really done anything new this week, really. Basketball, watching the bubble. Brandon, you and I know we watched the bubble a little bit. Who do you got for how many more weeks do we have?
I think playoffs start tomorrow or Friday. Or next. It's like tomorrow. It's coming up. I know like the playing game, which is essentially like the bottom seed in the West. Like they have to play like 2 or 3 games to see who goes in. But no, it's been awesome. Honestly, like it's been super cool to see sports and like it's mind blowing. It's
weird how they're doing it. At first, I was like, "This is weird." Like just people on like basically they look like us, but plastered on the side.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, that's how I would do it. So
yeah, like they still have a home and an away team, like because like they're still following their schedules. So what they're doing,
they're at the resort. Like it's literally like you can't leave. Like you just live there. But it sucks that it's in Florida, which is
like Enter the Dragon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like Enter the Dragon. You go to the island and you got to you eventually lead your way up to fight the dude with the claw hand. You know.
Yeah.
But no, it's been awesome. That's actually all I've been doing is just watching basketball. And me and the missus, old lady, went to camping with her family, and that was it. We went camping this weekend, and we got stuff for s'mores, but didn't make s'mores.
You just hate the shit.
It's just a stack of Hershey bars now.
So you couldn't have fire, so we just brought it all back. And then I guess I just went crazy last night, and I forgot about it because I woke up and I found in my trash can next to my bed a pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream and just I think I want to say 7 or 8 Reese's like individual cups. Wrappers just there.
I don't point out neither of those are the ingredients for s'mores, by the way. Ice cream nor Reese's cups are connected to the s'mores.
Hey, you can. Don't.
I bought the Reese's just for the s'mores because their family. We got into this weird conversation that because their family's from Israel, they always think like American sweets are just god awful.
Yeah, they're garbage.
I hear that a lot.
If you had chocolate if you had like German chocolate and stuff, it's amazing.
Everything here is just way sweeter. The big comments usually everything's way too sugary here, which I think they can go fuck themselves with their bitter ass not. Fuck you.
We should be doing this combo on. This is actually good stuff here. Do you want to take a break and go live here and like?
Yeah, I mean, real quick. I just want to get this out just for my own personal being.
Right.
So, I got the Reese's because we were gonna make the s'mores with the Reese's, but they always
that's actually a legit idea.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
It's a great idea. But they always kept saying like the Hershey's just like tasted like diarrhea, while they're just like fucking shoveling like fistfuls of fucking hummus and like just like pitted olives, and I'm just like, because you guys don't it goes back to what Matt said,
right? Because you eat wretched bile.
Yeah, like, you guys are fucking.
In fairness, I like both of those things. So
I don't like Mediterranean.
Mediterranean, not my jam.
What? No,
it's my jam.
However, However,
half and half, we're split. This is America right now. What the fuck?
However, the Reese's-based s'mores, or at least peanut butter should outright replace the marshmallow component of s'mores. It's better to me in every way.
No, you still throw in the marshmallow with it.
I don't want the marshmallow.
No.
That's a lot of flavors. That's turning gray flavor-wise.
No,
here's the deal. No, you treat it like a cheeseburger, right? You got your buns, which is the graham cracker, right?
Got my buns.
Your meat is the marshmallow, if you will, and then the garnish, the lettuce, cheese, whatever, is the peanut butter, right?
How about this?
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna add on to that. It's like like one of those like specialty burgers you get at like a hipster joint, where it's like it does have the good meat, the good bun, the good condiments on it, but like they try to go crazy with it, and they're like, we're gonna fucking add like jam, and you're like, what the fuck?
All right, let me
jam. Pineapple, I'm cool with. Pineapple all day, every day.
Can I see if we have 3/4 agreement that I can pitch what we call the Fairweather s'more? Talking about.
I was just thinking of a segment. We should actually create s'mores live on the show.
Yeah,
we'll all have the ingredient, and then like go and then have a completed s'more and then like try.
Here's based off all the ideas we just talked about, what I would consider the. Okay, so the marshmallow does add a creamy sweet to it, right? So graham cracker, either Reese's or the Hershey's chocolate with peanut butter. Heat that to get melty. Instead of marshmallow, Cool Whip or whipped cream across the top, cool on the melty of the graham cracker. That would be dope.
Yeah, the whipped cream doesn't hold the structural integrity. It just kind of collapses when you bite it.
Nothing holds the integrity.
Like, when I get those like
graham cracker always snaps anyway. Nothing holds the integrity because regardless.
Matt, I appreciate the idea and the thought, and it's a really great idea. But not only is Dan very accurate as far as the structure wise, but you have to remember you're making the s'more. You have to remember convenience, because you can't just fucking lug around a tub of Cool Whip in the woods.
No, but you can also just do like spray. I just mean like cream topping of some sort.
Yeah, but if you put Cool Whip on
anything
hot, you know how it just fucking melts in 2 seconds? Like you're gonna have just soupy Reese's afterwards. Like super Reese's on top of a shitty cracker.
I think you could get a type of whipped cream that would hold up at least at a certain level. We got to get to the lab on this.
Some motherfucking whipped cream company that makes that sort of whipped cream, and I'll suck your dick for it, Matt, because it never is going to exist. You're a piece of shit, and you and I both know it. But no, that's about it. But I'm really just trying to skip because I want to hear Dan. Dan had a very eventful ass day.
Yeah, I was biting my tongue a little bit.
That's a good lead up to that. That's why we brought up the NBA and the bubble, and the reason why they're in the bubble because of the fucking right?
Like COVID-19, the new Spanish flu.
Yeah.
But turns out this is Wednesday, I think. This past Sunday, I crossed paths with somebody who, at their work, crossed paths with somebody who crossed paths with somebody who was diagnosed with the COVID-19. And so because of contact tracing, I had to go get myself tested because I do still go to work at a day job where I talk to people.
Yeah.
Well, basically, there was three.
So what did you do? Like, who told you? Like, who walked up to you? Who told you? Like, walk me through that. Like, who?
The thing is, I don't want to point a finger at anybody because I don't want to turn anybody into
no names, no nothing like that. But like, you're just going on about your day, right? And then you get a tap on the shoulder or like a flick on the wrist. Like, what do you?
Oh no, I got a text message saying, "Hey, by the way."
Oh well, that's lame. Tell me in person. Be a fucking man about it.
Come like, raise your hand if you've been exposed to COVID. Dan, no.
Back it up, Dan. Back it
up. Yeah, be a fucking man. Come and face me eye to eye.
Yeah.
As long as you're wearing a mask, of course, obviously.
Of course, yeah, within 6 feet. But I guess being safe. We zoomed about it. No, yeah, so we're a little bit past the time when there's just you can drive up to the drive-up testing place because they only do that on the weekends or certain times. So I went to the regular ass hospital.
Yeah.
Which was
hospital.
Yeah.
Come on down to the
just like your parents used to.
Get an MRI.
Like your parents.
It's where I was born. It's where I'm gonna die. So fuck it.
like you see in the old movies in the Civil War with the sawbones, like you know from MASH.
Brought to you by your local hospital. You were born here. Why not die here? The hospital.
Only if you can afford it.
Oh, by the way, why don't you get
Same
like
with the vending
kind
machine.
of, royalty points with the hospitals? Like, if you literally are like born at a hospital and like you kind of go there for like your death, shouldn't they kind of like help? Like, you know, kind of be like, you know, we'll finish the job for you and give you like a 10% discount.
Yeah.
I figured when you're born, also that it comes with the birth certificate is like a punch card. Yeah. And there's like, let's say there's like 50 punch outs. Like you boom, you get one and like, ooh, right? Yeah. And then every time you go in, you get your shots. You know, when you're a kid, you get your vaccines and all of that. Your mom has to do it, right? And then give it to you on your birthday when you're like, I don't know, 8 years old or something to put it in your fucking Velcro wallet or whatever. But whatever. Like,
honestly, I think that's actually the best way we could get universal health care is if our birth certificates is if we just had our birth certificates were just that. It was just a 12 punch hole. Now you get 12 procedure. Whatever you want. Every time you go to the hospital, but you have to use one. So you have to remember, you can't just go there and just be like, my butt hurts. It's like, you got AIDS, kid, move on. Like, you have to save it for something big, like appendicitis, right? Or like gout.
So that's why my butt hurt last week.
But like that's a good system because with 12 punches, you can plot that out because that's one punch every 5 years is 60 years. Yeah, and you're not going to start till you're an adult anyway.
Yeah, probably in your 30s, 40s ish.
So as long as you haven't been
barring
sick
you
too
don't
much,
have some.
Yeah, so if I've been sick too much, like, I'm just going to go get a weird plastic surgery because as long as I don't have to have a procedure in the next 5 years, I'm already covered anyway until I'm like 60, just 5, 10, 50. And then if you get to like 70, all these punches, you're like, fuck it, make me into an octopus, do some Dr. Mangala stuff to me. Like,
with the punch card, it comes with this exception. All immunizations are free. Like those don't count. Like obviously like flu vaccine, all that shit. Like that's all.
They don't want your plague germs.
Yeah,
but also like neurotics will be or hypochondriacs. Like it was just like they'll have to be turned away. Like most of their services will be like But you'll still have like an urgent care place to go to deal with that bullshit, and you got to pay then.
And people with depression and anxiety that are going, once a month anyway, and they're getting hosed as it is anyway. This is still just one free year, and then you're fucked anyway. And they're used to that anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
That'd be a different facility than the hospital. We're talking about the hospital.
Yeah.
You get to 70, you turn 70, that whole punch card becomes automatically this. If you have 3 punches left, you can use those 3 punches and get arms like Jack's. And you can just like that's your last procedure. And you can just be an old man and you can just beat the shit out of anyone.
Old man cyborg, I'm in, dude. That's okay. Okay, my dream is to become a grandpa wizard, which the just long gray ass beard. Because when I was in when wifey and I were living in California, I just saw these like old ass like Northern California hippie old ass grandpa wizards that were super pissed off and angry. I was like, I want to be that guy one day.
when you're a grandpa wizard, can I call you Grandolph?
Yeah, Grandolph.
Randolph,
I want to shoplift and stare at the guy in the face. I'm like, I'm old. I don't know what's happening. And then fucking leave and spit on the floor as I do it. I don't give a shit. What are you going to do? I'm old. I want to hit kids with a cane. I don't want to be like, no. I want to legit, like, I want to be aware of my actions, but be like, come on, what are you going to do? I've earned it.
You want all the eccentricity with none of the dementia.
Yeah. No dementia. Just like, I want to beat your ass with my cane and be like, yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
you beat up,
and you would have your card. So what could they say?
3 punches, homie. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Turns out I'm allowed by the state.
Yeah.
Also,
that's
not the most important part of the hospital visit, though.
Very weird.
I know we got sidetracked. Sorry, as we do. Welcome to Fairweather Friends podcast.
Yeah. Fuck you guys. I had COVID, but I didn't. So.
All right.
But
so
fuck you either way.
I know.
No, but so I went with the person that was the contact person, and my lady that I live with. Don't worry, ladies out there, she's not a threat to you. But so the 3 of us went down there just to get it all out of the way and carpool because poverty.
Listen.
Oh, what's that now?
I was like, she's not a threat to anyone. She's legless and doesn't exist.
Yeah, I've already taken
Oh, no,
care
no.
of
She
that.
just, she doesn't watch the show, so she doesn't know what I'm saying, and I'm...
Oh, okay, yeah, good.
She ain't gonna get mad if you send them boob pictures, because, you know, who's gonna know?
And if
I
you
didn't
do,
say
ladies and gentlemen, send them to Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but so...
Too. I'm not above cheating, so... I'm
all
kidding.
it does is grow a relationship, okay?
Yeah.
It makes it more stable if it doesn't collapse.
What's a
You
relationship?
get entangled in your journey. If
It's
you
like
will.
the first time you kill someone just hardens you to it. It's not murder. It's acclimating to the feeling of taking a life, right?
Yeah, that's all it is.
All right.
You
All
can
right.
kill one person, you can kill 50 people. Either way, you're a murderer, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what like the fucking rookie numbers of 1, like that's a crime of passion.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, one is an accident. Fuck
Like,
you.
are you in it to like? Are you in the game or what? Like, fucking focus.
This world
dude.
is
Like, what are you-
overpopulated, man. You got to take out one person.
Fucking get
per
your head in
person.
the game,
Just
Ricky.
get
Goddamn.
balanced.
fucking do it.
We stay even if you don't just come out and kill your dad right away to keep the population balanced.
Like deer hunting. It's like just dad season.
Okay, Dan, sorry.
Gotta
Dan.
control the population. These fucking guys with the fucking khaki shorts with polos tucked in. gotta thin the herd, or else they'll just be everywhere. Ugh, you know what that?
for us.
I mean, you can.
Got edible fast. Holy shit.
I mean, Sears is starting to go bankrupt, so like dads really don't have a meaning to exist anymore now. So
Yeah.
Just
One time-
tractors piling up back there.
We're just going the way of the praying mantis.
listen, the second Home
Nobody
Depot
was-
goes under, we're all out. Like all men are just officially extinct. Like there's no point.
You know how many warehouses in Mexico of just slightly soiled New Balance tennis shoes there are that just get thrown away every year?
Sorry, Dan.
Landfill. You can make islands in Dubai with that shit. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing?
I love that the premise of this show will become a 2-hour recording to see if we can get to all 4 intros. We'll be like, Dan, that's what I was up to. Cool. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. That was
What's that NPR show? Wait, no, wait. This one.
Wait, don't tell me.
Wait. Maybe next week. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Wait, suck my dick. I'm next. All right, sorry,
All right,
Dan.
I'm sorry, Dan.
Yeah, no,
being
it's all
super
good. It's all good.
disrespectful. You had a herring day here, so
Jason.
Continue.
Yeah, no, fuck you guys. Yeah, I mean, don't
Right.
cut me down for this.
I-
But so we were in the waiting room, right? And there's a ton of people there for the same thing.
Yeah.
And the hospital, I guess they don't know or care who you're there with, so we got split up too.
What?
So what's going to already be a
Wait,
4-hour
so
ordeal, we got split up.
So this is the contact you had. They took that person to a separate area.
Yes. The contact that contacted me, and then my girl that I live with.
Mhm.
Sounds
Your
like I'm
gal.
implying ownership. I don't mean it that way. Whatever. That's not today's
Also,
story.
you're implying a weird, kinky three-way kind of sitch here. So
No, that was on purpose. So let's roll with that.
No, that wasn't
Right.
implied. That was
Yeah.
intended. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to sound cool somehow.
yeah.
But so we're in the waiting room, and time's going by, and somebody turns off the TV because it's stupid and nobody could hear anything. And during the absolute silence, the waiting room has one of those bathrooms. It's like one toilet, one sink, and then no room to do anything else.
Yeah.
But it's like right in the middle of the room. And so if you go in, you're broadcasting every sound you're making. This person, I didn't see who went in, took the loudest shit that I have ever heard. I mean,
Oh, wait, but
when
paint the picture. Okay, how many people are in the waiting room
I'm
right
painting. It's brown, but
now? Yeah. No,
Oh.
they were painting, but you were observing. You were at the gallery. So
Yeah.
how many people were at this gallery, this art exhibit?
This guy-
yeah, I would say there's maybe because they've taped off every other seat, but I would say most of the seats are full. So we're talking about 15 people were there.
Oh.
And now when I say the sound is loud, it's not farting, it's not the plop plop plop, it's not the liquid hitting the water, nor solids. Like the sound of like that wet, sloppy cardboard sound of the poo exiting with a little bit of like fizzly air coming out.
Kind of. I was thinking like I was picturing like whole cans of soup being dumped into a bathtub, like giant.
Yeah. It's like
school
that's
cafeteria.
absolutely there.
Yeah,
it's like opening a can of cream of chicken soup. That kind of.
Yeah. But it's not the sound of the liquid hitting the water or the surface. It's the sound of the tube of liquid suctioning out of the can.
Yeah, it's the force of the exit before it hits the
dog food vacuum
destination.
Yeah.
It's the crackle of the material.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just, for whatever reason, Dan just painted an amazing imagery in my head, and I just started imagining like everyone like a packed like symphony, like opera symphony, and there's just a microphone next to a guy in a stall, and they're all dressed up and they're fancy, and there's like they got the monocles on. It's just a guy just taking a massive dump, and they're just going.
Did everybody like look around? Did you all bond? You know, because that would be the thing to kind of break the ice. You're all there scared and terrified getting the
COVID. What was the reaction of
like? Did you look around and make eye contact with the others? Like, you believe this shit?
Well, I mean, I feel like we did bond, definitely. But I think it's important to point out that I live in Independence, Missouri, the home of Joseph Smith and lots of methamphetamine. So, I mean, everybody's already got that tenuous relationship of being in the same room.
That, shit in Missouri. Yeah, fuck you, Flyover State. We dropped 2 bombs on your fucking ass, Jermaine.
Yeah. It's the part of town where if you lock eyes with somebody more than like 2 seconds, a knife might come out. We don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But, somebody might go into a meth-induced rage.
Was it, not to pry for too many details, was it one of those situations where the guy, like, I always hate when you catch a stall next to someone in the process of when it's like very, there's a lot of exertion involved, and you hear oh God, like afterwards, like the hard breath.
Pain.
Just like, oh God, fuck.
The feeling of accomplishment. You hate knowing that someone achieved something.
It's like right after you're done sprinting, you're like, oh fuck, God, that's over.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, first of all, I love that you're asking the questions and interrupting me to ask them. So we're doing this like it's a press conference. So I'm answering questions about the ordeal.
2-part question.
But
follow up.
Fuck you.
But yes. No, it didn't sound like they're having a lot of trouble. Like I recognize the sound, and that's why it jumped out at me. Is like, and Brennan, no, you're totally right to see it that way with like the opera classes and whatnot. But absolutely, it was a lot more like the picture I'm trying to paint is like when you're dispensing a soda from the soda fountain and you get that like back shot of CO2 and like it just gets that big foamy, just like 3 seconds of foamy nonsense. It's like that sound, and you can tell it's that texture.
But how long did the sound last? Was it flip, or was it a constant?
How long was this? Was like the show?
There were no major gaps, but there was a good intermittent 45 seconds. It was like, it wasn't fast, but it wasn't like spread out.
This person just sweating, like just their back is sweating. You know what I mean? You got that bead of sweat going out the back, and they're just
the first wipe is the lower back. Yeah.
Oh God.
And then hunker down, and then like get the.
But yeah, I mean, a few of us locked eyes, looked up. You could tell we were all eyes at the door, but. And then they called my name, so I didn't get to, give a shit about much else.
Oh, but, for a second, I thought the person in the stall called your name, like, Dan, I need your butt.
Dan!
Yeah.
Daddy boy! Please!
That is...
As if they were making love to me through the door. So.
That is honestly one of the... ever. Like, that's also amazing because, so I've also, full disclosure, I work in a nursing home, so we have to have weekly COVID tests, and we've actually had people actually die, nurses and a lot of patients. So it's very anytime you, even if you have you're I know I don't have COVID, I know that there's no possibility, we haven't had a COVID case in 6 weeks, whatever it is, it's still a very stressful time, and it's still a very stressful thing to do, and just anything about it. And every time I they have this, like, they put the thing as, I'm just always praying a fat lady is just taking a dump just to make some kind of fucking noise, just to relieve the tension.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, Dan. That's great.
And I wish I would have seen who, if it was like, what demographic or what I was working with, just to put a picture to the name.
Who was this superhero?
So let's do this. Let's break it down. But all the clues Dan gave us, let's paint the picture for the audience. Matt,
let's turn this. Wait. Let's into a murder mystery podcast immediately.
Yeah,
and let's analyze it. Let's Scooby-Doo this bullshit.
Yeah. Now, Matt, I want you to pick the gender. Jason, you're going to pick the race. Dan, you're going to pick the weight, and I will pick the height. So we have everything we know so far.
And each of those bits of information will dirty the hands of the person that chooses it.
Correct.
So we're equally as horrible as people.
Yeah.
So,
now, a 45-second shit, that's got to come from at least...
Wait. Was it 45 seconds total, or what was the total duration?
I was about to say, because is it 45 constant shitting, or one that takes that long to happen? Or is it just a fucking waterfall for that long? Because that's a whole
Dan, we need some more details here. So let's before we jump in and start answering.
And I didn't mean to gloss over
total duration.
But Dan, you should know that we are trying to make Serial F season 3 right now. So let's.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I get it. Yeah.
We're gonna.
No, and I know that I glossed over it. I was trying to pack a lot of info into a little space and a little, a few words. But no, what I was meaning was, I love the glasses. Makes you look so smart.
Yeah, you put on the glasses just to pull out the calculator and be like, all right, let's figure out who's taking this dump.
I'm taking notes.
You got like exponentially dorky in those seconds. That was because you went from no glasses to glasses and then pen and notepad. Like you went.
It looks like James Gunn a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
What's that?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the glasses make you look like James Gunn a little bit.
Oh yeah, don't go to Twitter about.
Yeah. So we're gonna fire you for 5 weeks.
Yeah. Turns out you make good movies. Turns out you make good
billions. Yeah, enjoy those billions, dick. I used to work for Troma. You did good.
Yeah, maybe Google him before you hire him.
But yeah, to clarify, by 45 seconds, it's it wasn't the entire time, and there wasn't any big gaps, but it was like one of those shit.
It was DEFCON 4 emergency. This was emergency. Like, I have to go here. There's no holding it. I have to go in the waiting room while I'm waiting for the COVID test, right?
I'm not going to lie. I was so busy making shitting sounds, I didn't hear a word you said.
I'm saying it was definitely a forced, like, DEFCON emergency dump. Like, I can't hold it. I got to go in the waiting room. This wasn't a leisure shit.
I mean, like I said, I'm going to stand by. It didn't sound too forced and it didn't sound too forceful, but absolutely, just the fact that a person went in there knowing that it's that type of bathroom, that there's going to be a little bit of sound. Just the fact that they went in there and shit in there tells me there's a little bit of emergency, but it really didn't sound like there was an explosion. Didn't sound there was like any kind of thing.
Wait, run that by me one more time.
Yeah, they're.
I also.
Oh, what that guy? I can't do it when you watch.
My favorite. I think this is definitely like a top 5 Dan moment, and I'm gonna try. I really hope we can start moving forward using this. But instead of Dan, when he described the length of the shit, instead of him being like, it was like. He just goes shit. Like he just said
it's like a Morse code. Shit. It's like replacing any noise you can't. It's like replacing any noise you can't make with the name of the noise. Like that airplane went over and it went airplane.
So, like, after last time we read comedy, I'm just the onomatopoeia is the word itself. So.
No, I get it. But I want to start doing that now and being like, go to my girlfriend and be like, oh, last night you sounded really when we were into it. You were just like, sex. You
were just like, sex, come.
Yep.
Sleep. Like, I'll come.
Ignore sleep.
Dan is never going to get through the story. It's going to be...
Yeah, that's... Oh, but yeah, long story short, I don't have COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the results back?
Oh, no. That's even stupider, is that I talked to 4 different people to tell them my name. At 4 separate times to like get
wait, the people
down,
that did your name, or you just
my name
are strangers
is
that
what
you
my
just
name is. I'm
walked
not
up
going
to and told them their name?
Yeah, no, I had to
Because
repeat.
you were in like a shit fumed like frenzy, and like you were disoriented because of this lady's shit. I'm sorry, I gendered the person. My bad.
You son of a bitch.
I don't think Dan went to a hospital. This all sounds too like are you sure this wasn't a gas station?
Were there corn nuts around? Were there corn nuts easily accessible within like 2 minutes? Like,
Did you have the ability to pay your copay and also get a car wash?
Yeah, one of those really.
I wouldn't know because the vending machine wouldn't take my PayPal debit card anyway. So everything they got is
really.
Could you buy a dragon-shaped $75 bong tobacco pipe behind the counter?
One of those really nice gas stations that has a bunch of like showers, like the big truck stop ones, and that's like a like
you could find the knives like shaped like spiders and bullshit.
Right,
and
nice.
I like how Matt's calling them like, oh, you get like these nice hoity-toity gas stations.
Right, it's better than a Shell, but I'm talking like it's like the version of a super Walmart. They're not really super; they just occupy more space.
Yeah, they're for truckers. They come in, they're like, ooh, fancy, ooh,
like selection of pornography that fits not only on one shelf but 3.
There's an aisle for it.
The true nice one are for cosmopolitan billionaire truckers to pull up in their tuxedos. And their monocles,
like a place where you can go in and have a dining room to be served the food that's cooked by light bulbs, you know. Like basically those are just like fancy easy bake ovens, that bullshit that's in the twirling the pizza. But I could sit down and have a waitress come up and go, "Hi, darling," and pour me a fucking $3 cup of bullshit coffee.
Mm-hmm. I will say this:
some cardboard pizza.
Especially the onion rings with a Snickers bar.
That's the one thing I do miss.
Pronounce that CK a little harder there, Dan.
That is one thing I do miss about the Midwest. I don't know, or like I guess the Midwest or small towns just in general, instead of being in LA, is the fact that you can go to a gas station and get like a chicken dinner. Like the fact you can go to like any gas station and be like, I'll just take a pumpkin pie, and there's always there's a waitress around.
It's not weird.
Yeah, it's not strange.
Yeah, they're out there, Brandon. You just need to go further east, like more in the valley. Like, you need to go out in the outside of the city.
I guess I just miss Casey's, if I'm just being honest with you. I just miss Casey's pizza, but like, oh, that's another thing I was gonna say. It's not related to Casey's pizza, but
did y'all know that Casey sells gas now too?
Really?
I heard them advertising on the radio. They're like, oh, also gas, duh.
Yeah. I just get my gas at Quick Trip and then go get a pizza at Casey's.
Yeah, right. Like, that's how they work.
What Great. Saves me a trip. Thanks, Casey.
Yeah.
See, Brendan, that's what getting sidetracked by somebody else's story feels like.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we laughed and it was fun.
Sorry, we're detectives. We got a fucking cold case. We got to solve it, guys. Let's get it. All right, cue the music. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun.
All right, Dan. So duration, the total time was 45 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess you guys can call us poop dicks.
Ooh. or wait, can we?
I hope this is a recurring segment of poop dicks.
Poop dicks or cum shoes?
Kill the feed. That's it. You're not getting better than that. Just done.
All right,
pack it up.
We're good.
You're not beating cum shoes. That's the podcast name, man. That's the
poop dicks and cum shoes, cops and crews.
You just wasted 3 weeks making graphics for Fairweather Friends.
Yeah, you
cum shoes and poop dicks. No, that'll be a segment, not reoccurring, but it occasionally will pop up, and we'll come back to it. Okay, so we're in Independence. Okay, let's set the location is at the hospital.
Yes, the hospital. It's a major hospital that I will not name because I'm about to badmouth their service.
Sure.
Located off of a highway in Independence, Missouri.
The highway
Which,
hospital.
being in Independence, Missouri, everything like my house is right off the highway because that's all Independence, Missouri is.
You got the main artery, and then all of the meth and dudes with weird mustaches, kind of like Brandon's mustache right now. Like if you got rid of the goatee there, but just had the mustache.
Yeah, you just called your mustache weird.
Buzz your head. You look like you're like still like super into Eminem, but you're trying to sell us some tires, like tires. That's Independence, Missouri, the highway he's talking about, right?
Yes.
Would I be wrong?
The state bird of Independence, Missouri is a butterfly tattoo.
It's a fucking dream catcher ankle tat. All right, so Independence Hospital. Okay. So okay, whose jobs was what? I was doing race. I remember that because I tightened my butthole a little bit about that.
Man, now I'm just thinking about Cumshoe so much right now. That's just.
Want to come in? I mean, you're moving in a couple of weeks. You got roommates. Come in all their shoes. What's happen?
First off,
kick you out.
So I like my roommates. Second, they have too many shoes. Like it would just.
I ain't got those kind of loads.
I hear the weird screaming children in the background. That tells me that's like a kind of a foreign family that in the back, like at a couple, and they usually do not wear shoes in the house. And then you usually have a stack of shoes outside of the door, right?
Mm-hmm. And at least one is hung over the power lines.
Wow, it's certain neighborhoods. I don't know if Brandon lives in that neighborhood. Do you have power line shoes?
No, you just stereotyped where I live 100%. It's
okay.
It's honestly very insulting and kind of eye-awakening, but yes.
Also, Independence, Missouri has a lot of those too.
Yeah.
Although
you see less and less of it because we have a recession on and people got to keep those fucking shoes.
But people in Independence go climb up there, they steal the shoes and also try to get the copper out of the wire and then electrocute themselves.
Boys, let's.
I'm pretty sure that's the picture on the seal of the state flag.
Is this a dude trying to steal
copper?
Boys, why don't we just go back to stealing copper? So I brought this up to the crew. We'll go back to poop dicks in just a little bit, but I brought this up to the crew. I didn't really get too much. I got some reaction, but I didn't really hear anything else. But I've always wanted to know what our one last jobs would be. We're all retired.
No. Let's finish. Let's do this job. Let's do this job before we do our last job. We got to do a job first before we get to the last one. So
we can't just think about thinking about retirement.
Campaign on that.
Independence duration 45 seconds. Yeah. 15 people. 15 witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Witnesses. 15.
Can we get Robert Stack? Can we cut a clip of Robert Stack walking out in the trench coat and then voice over him doing the situation is a bathroom. 15 witnesses, and like all the smoke's going.
The unsolved mystery.
All right. And if I might volunteer one other bit of information, what I do know about the demographics of the waiting room, which again had about 15 people, is that it was pretty racially diverse. It was pretty age diverse. I was one of 2 gentlemen in the room, though. Ooh. If that makes any difference.
Wait a second. Wait a second. So you're 15 witnesses, 16 people total, 14 women with 2 men. Is that accurate, Dan?
That is accurate. Yes.
Okay. Question: Was that other
guy? The numbers is there was people around corners that I wasn't really giving a shit about. Really.
So was that guy?
I'm gonna draw a picture. Okay, you guys. Okay, let's do it. Look, I think we're ready to go.
No, hold on real quick. Because I got 2 more questions. Was that guy with another person, or was he by himself? And then, secondly, was there a concerned-looking girlfriend at all? Like in any, I'm trying to think of maybe the shitter has a concerned, has a concerned girlfriend.
Yeah. Was somebody more embarrassed, less funny?
Yes. Was there anyone?
Most of the people we were like, can you believe this shit? Be kind of funny about it. But then there would be one person that's super embarrassed.
Yeah. Was there anyone who looked frazzled, like they had their feathers ruffled?
I wouldn't say that I saw anybody that really looked,
despite having COVID.
Oh, COVID. Oh,
despite that.
I thought you meant something else. again, the waiting room was pretty silent, so just the fact that myself and the two people I was there with were saying out loud, "We're here for COVID tests," I did feel a little squirming in my clothes, assuming that everybody heard and we're the hot potato in the room. But I would not say that anybody was particularly squirmy or anything like that about anybody else in the room.
Can I fuck with the genre a little bit here?
Bringing it to the stage. This is legit silent but deadly,
I wanted to the way this is going, because Dan feels like watching it feels like he's on the stand. With four of us, we should do these as the Fairweather court, where Dan's being questioned. One of us,
I'll be bull.
We'll have to say that Brandon's asking questions one way, Jason's asking one the other, and then the fourth person is the judge who has to base on the.
We have to cross-examine each other.
Yeah, because you're cross-examining Dan right now, and any of us could start asking questions the other way to make the case it was a different thing, and then someone's the judge on it.
No, we're not at trial here. We're still cops.
No, it's what it feels like, though. I was just saying,
bad cop, and then the other guy.
I'm just saying that's what it feels like watching it. That this would be, and then someone has to, based on what they say, go, I think what he got. And other game.
I was getting the impression we're just getting the perp sketch together here, but we can broaden it out.
I'll work on the perp sketch. Okay, so I think we're ready to.
Hold on real quick. Matt's got a great point though, and I think we need to definitely relook at that. And soon is the High Council of the Fairweathers.
Right. That way, one of us can pitch our s'mores idea. The other two cross-examine. You have a judge,
and we could definitely my cousin Vinny the shit out of it, and I would be all over that, especially Southern accents. I am all
only if you go full Tomei.
I have to go Tomei.
You got to go to Tomei. That's your jam.
Let's all pick lawyers.
Go find some chewing gum.
Let's all pick law movies.
Give me a weird boner, Brandon. That's your assignment. Give me a weird boner.
I'll be
full Tomei.
Let's each pick law movies. I'll be Keanu Reeves from Devil's Advocate with my terrible Tennessee accent.
That's actually a good call because you get to impregnate Charlize Theron, you motherfucker. All right, I got to come up with one now.
Well, but he also does defend a pedophile, which is very Matthew.
Right. And he has that because it's Keanu Reeves' voice trying to do a Tennessee accent. He's like, I don't lose. They're like, who the fuck are you, Neo?
Let's make a baby.
Yes, he sounds so. At no point the director was like, "Okay, you're just from where you're from. Don't do the voice."
they have lawyers in California, bro. We're just gonna do that. I don't care anymore.
I don't lose. What do you think you sound like? Not to detract. Go continue the.
No.
It sounded more like you were doing Rick from The Walking Dead for a second there.
Coral. Yeah, that dude's British as fuck, and Coral. That's why it's ridiculous when he's like, I don't know. Sometimes, man. It's just it's extra. It's got extra peaks and valleys.
Yes. This is why we come up with the segments before the show and not during it. But Court of the Fairweather Friends.
As we discussed before, this is the fucking show. It's a shit show.
The show constantly writes the next episode. It's a self-creating virus.
This is fun. All right. So are we doing a courtroom sketch? Not a courtroom, but a what do you call that?
There was a lopsided female to male ratio, you said.
So Dan, you're coming into the precinct and you're like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened today. My papers.
Clutching my pearls, yeah.
Yeah, my pearls. And then so we got the deets. Duration was 45 seconds. 15 witnesses. Most were women in the witness room. We didn't get a clear answer on if anybody in that room was embarrassed or most of them were humorous,
I was trying. Nobody was really embarrassed or really even drew a lot of attention to it. You could just look around the room and see about half the eyes in the room were all turn that direction and looking.
Yeah.
As if somebody had has dropped their plate in a restaurant or something. Everybody turns to look.
What's the age range of all the 15 people? What would you say, the youngest to oldest, kind of?
I would say low to mid 20s at the youngest, up to septuagenarians probably 70s.
Okay. What time?
But that's just my own bias because beyond a point, I kind of can't really tell. You're just up to a point. You're just old as hell. And there was a couple of old as hells in there.
All right.
Love you, Grandma.
Any other questions for the witness?
Yeah, I figure as the witness, I've got the witness knowledge. Any way you guys want to get it out of me in whatever format it's going to take. That's all on you guys.
Attempt.
All right.
You're going away for a long time, Dan. You gotta
You brought us this information. You give us busy work. You're going to jail, prick.
My partner seems like he's being mean, but I'll make the deal with you if you just
Put you on
be
ice.
reason with us. Yeah.
Fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine over here. You fucking snitch. What are you?
It's like your dick.
Fucking Skittles rapper, whatever the fuck you are. What?
It's like your dick for a pack of smokes.
Yeah. All right. So whose job was what? Matt was going to come up with the gender.
Was that I was also reporting your sound issue at the time, so I missed some of the discussion. You're good now, but that's what I was like. So is that what I'm that's a tough one because there's information either way because you got a 14 and 3
shot or subcategories.
Because nature
let's just keep it simple.
Because you got nature of the poop didn't really give it one way or the other. You picture dudes when you think of the like.
However, I'm gonna throw one, Jason. I'm gonna throw one a curveball, not gender, but their pronouns.
I mean, I know they're
that one right there.
That's not my place to say. So
no.
But we can eliminate that problem because it is Independence, Missouri, and I feel like.
Yeah.
No one even knows what a pronoun.
Independence, Missouri likes to eliminate that problem.
In that case, their pronoun is in that case, their pronoun is them over there. So we'll just
I think most of the creative pronouns is like hey y'all. I think that's what the pronoun is like.
The pronouns are I'm just trying to get change for gas to go see my family.
So the wild cards that you got that throw it in was
I'll suck the dick for a tattoo, for a flash tattoo.
Yeah, y'all got any vape juice?
The wild cards that you got to consider here was the advanced age of so many people there because those are different poops than dudes who go to Taco Bell and just crush Taco Bell poops. Like you got that. And the very lopsided gender representation there of the 14-3 split. Is it 15-3 and it's even more lopsided, or is it a 14-4, which is still lopsided but not crazy? Like you.
Well, no, that's why we hire you, Matt. You're the gender expert, and that's why you're here. You got to assess the details, and
I did not know I was supposed to be good at this.
Well, I appreciate you're talking it out loud, so you're at least entertaining the thought.
Yeah, right. Which is what I thought the point of the exercise was. Yeah. So
of course.
I will observe too, and I think that the four of us, all as guys, can agree that the lack of guys in the waiting room. I assume the guys are all at home, just like fucking sweating it out and walking it off.
Yeah, and using the excuse, of COVID thing, we shouldn't both go. You have something wrong. You go get checked out.
Yeah, you've got something wrong. I'm gonna eat steak and watch porn. Goodbye.
Right.
Yeah.
Or it's Independence, Missouri, so I ain't no pussy.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say based on the things there, I'm gonna say a grandma though. We'll go female, but since we got the advanced age, it was a weird grandma poop.
Okay, so we got female. Okay, all right, fair enough. Jason, you are responsible for race of this individual.
Independence, Missouri.
We got what do we got here?
I'm gonna go white, but I'm gonna go white, maybe Irish Catholic, but she's had some black in her. You know what I mean? Because that's Independence, Missouri as well. Like,
yeah.
Can I pitch a weird Independence small demographic? Weird Asian offshoot that's hard to identify. There's just enough around where you're like, that's a corner case Asian that I can't. It's
like an Islander kind of.
Yeah.
No. I just from my experience of Independence, it's gonna be a white lady, but she's had some black in her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Like one of those white ladies, you can tell that she spent a good number of years working as a waitress. Like
Yeah.
just
as a waitress,
just
and also
cleaner
had to
across the
go
street.
with a series of boyfriends while they went to the car stereo store.
Dan,
Had to wait, and
is,
like she's had to wait for that, like yeah,
that is
while they got subs and whatever put in their trunk. She's had to be the one. Yeah, and then yeah.
That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard, Dan, because it's such a amazing where it's just like she's worked as a waitress before, and then that image just came up, and I was just like,
Oh yeah,
bitch, Dan's a sniper. Sometimes he just waits for his shot, and then he just right.
Well,
there.
yeah, and I'll stand by it too. Like, kind of like dudes used to talk about gaydar. Like, I stand by that. There's a lot of women that have just a kind of face, and you can kind of see it, and you guys know the face I'm talking about.
You get it. I totally get it.
You can tell there's waitress face. It exists.
It's waitress face.
Waitress face.
Okay, so we going with white lady who is urbanized, a little older.
Wait, is that what that's called?
Urbanized.
I'm trying to be nice here.
It's
that feels like a
she's
MAGA word.
racially cool
urbanized.
in the put stuff in my vagina department. That's all I'm saying.
Now,
Yeah.
She's still racist as fuck, but she'll take a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any race things she's experienced were sexually transmitted, is what you're saying.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Now
That wasn't
Dan,
a part of the assignment. Is figuring out.
wit.
Oh, how racist was this shit?
right. I got to some dark places here. We got some dark
When it
places.
was coming out, was it like?
I'm not proud of this discussion about someone's poop at a hospital.
Was it sickly? Like petite, was it petite? Like sorry. Was it apologizing or was it?
Did it sound like a meat
aggression?
Did it sound like he was stealing a stereo? Ugh.
All right.
But yeah, I none of those things you said could I tell through that door. My answer is it sounded like a hot soft serve shit. If I had to put money on it.
A hot soft serve.
That was the shit that just like just came back from Pizza Ranch.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit drank at least 7 beers last night.
Oh yeah,
Today
she's got the
smells
Tanner's
like
cup. You got the Tanner's cup. Where's it? Show highlight to show that Tanner's. I got one of those in my. Yeah, I got one of those. Yep.
We had a work meeting there one time, and I unabashedly stole everybody's cup from the entire table. I have 20 of these in my cabinet.
Hell yeah. So I think we didn't resolve anything, and I think we just wasted more of our time than anything.
Yeah, I don't even know if we ever truly finished Dan's intro, and we've been on stream for an hour now.
I'm whatever.
I'm sorry.
I'm going with it.
Sorry. So okay. So walk us through the.
If there was an outline, nobody sent it to me, so I'm rolling with it.
No, I'm working on the sketch.
Oh, that'll be the end result is what Jason draws based on our hopefully draws in the action of pooping and be like, is this what you saw or whatever?
Which of the tremendously racist caricatures that I've seen on 4chan am I about to see now?
Then we'll do it like
I just fucked up her feet. Damn it.
If this were an edited episode, we would do like a see Jason's drawing at the end of the episode and talk about other stuff for a while, and then we'll
I'll show it on camera. It's
in my perfect world, I would see you doing like, you remember in the 80s when Bill Cosby did the drew on the easel,
the rape,
the magic marker.
Remember that?
Remember when Bill Cosby did the rape?
I remember that
famous
now.
for the pudding and the rape.
You see,
and the making fun of fat kids.
He was famous for a few very nice things and the one really not nice one, like
a couple really mean things.
It was 22 comedy albums and Quaaludes.
It was America's Dad, but boy.
Well, just like my father, he had. No, I'm just.
And now he's America's don't stepdad.
All right, so
he's America's stepdad. He's also been in prison.
You off. So finish your story. That's actually it's scary because I haven't had a COVID test. Brandon, you kind of have to do it like religiously or systematically. I haven't had to have one because I've been just shut in. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going out. But Dan, terrifying. Like, were you nervous? Like,
Me? Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, I've seen it on TV and I've heard about how like painful the test is because they have to like swab your sinuses and like really get in there. And I don't know if it's part of the test or if it just happens a lot, where like people get like blood and something the swab pushes through and causes bleeding.
right.
And I'll be honest, that terrified me to have I don't want to have a nosebleed. I don't want to have some.
Well, wait, but were you more scared of the test than actually the COVID, or do you, I mean, like, in other words, do you feel like you have COVID, or were you like, I'm probably cool?
Well, that's the thing. I've got the sniffles a little bit, but I have had all season because of allergies. But I haven't had any symptoms or anything. And I've told, that's again, when I spoke to 4 or 5 different people telling him my name over and over, I kept telling him the same, no real symptoms except for the sniffles I felt like allergies.
Right.
And
which
so
happens this season anyway, late summer, early fall. It's like nuts. Yeah.
And so they finally stuck me in a room and made me wait for the doctor for 20 goddamn minutes like they do. The doctor finally came in. And, oh my gosh. It felt like my older brother was yelling at me for not taking care of my car. Like the way the doctor talked to me.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, so like, now let me get this straight. So you were in contact with somebody who was in contact with somebody, and you came here because of that? Why would you do that?
What?
Like,
because you were told to, right? That's
you're
what
most
you were told
likely
to do, right?
And he just, for fucking 10 minutes, he just berated me for coming in and wasting his time. The whole time I was getting texts from the people that I was there with. They got a test. And they got their nose swabbed. And
they didn't get yelled at. They didn't get grounded for it.
No, they must have had a doctor that gave a shit.
You were in trouble as a grown man. You got in trouble.
And you're like, work made me. I didn't want to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's another part of it too. Is he's like, your work recommended that?
He's like, yeah, they're dumbasses.
Are you aware of the CDC guidelines? And yeah, so long story short, he never actually gave me a test of any kind. So,
it was all for the...
Yeah, but I'm really glad that I heard that person taking a shit because it really made my weekend.
Yeah, it made this episode.
You did not get a test?
No, I never got a test. I'm gonna take a couple days off of work just to see if I have symptoms crop up, because it terrifies me that I sat there for fucking 4 hours, in a waiting room.
You were at greater risk.
I'm an idiot.
You were at greater risk to get exposed to it just in a waiting room for 4 hours.
Yeah, then just going about your normal day and not getting fucked with, but being
this close to people's violent defecations.
Yeah,
whatever that was, I told you.
In the air. Yeah,
that's bullshit.
Yeah, what's important to note that the doctor got mad at you about is just because someone is a manager or boss at a job doesn't mean they're not an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, your job told you to? Like, yeah, that guy's a fucking asshole. Like, he plays fantasy football. like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, he just has the power to fire me. That's the only reason I'm here, not because he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I just have to pretend like his thing is bigger than my thing, and we just have to play this game of like, okay, you're the boss,
I just play the politics game where I make it seem like he doesn't have to come out of his office, and it makes it seem like my ideas are his, and we all get along.
Like, I was sitting here by a person whose opinion I wouldn't take seriously on any other topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that was my hour-long story that had an anticlimactic non-ending.
It's okay because we had a weird detective interview and a court case premise idea come out of it. Plus, we talked.
It's still it's still gold. It's still gold. But Brandon brought up a topic earlier that we should.
Yeah, fuck your s'more story, bitch.
No.
I'm moving to a new house.
We might have to let's reschedule. Let's reschedule the one last job.
No, that's fine. I was more just
because I like that topic and it's intriguing and I want to do do it. So let's give ourselves homeworks. Fairweather friends, you know how friends do. They get together and they're like, hey, and they give each other homework. You know how real friends are.
No, that's not how any friends are.
You know how friends are.
You know how real friends are. They get together and like, you like nachos and football? Yeah. Here's homework. You know that.
Yeah.
That's
Keep
how that
thinking
works
about me and doing stuff for me while I'm not here, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So.
And I apologize. I didn't realize that was going to go on that long, so I apologize if I stole time from that.
No, Dan. You're not. Here's the thing. I always feel bad about Dan because when I go back to this, Dan is a sniper.
Yeah.
He sits back in the bushes while me, Matt, and Jason are just a bunch of assholes with our dicks out. And we're just throwing bullets everywhere. And we're just hoping it hits a couple Vietnamese children. And we're just going our hardest. But Dan, he's sitting back there eyeing, taking out the fucking leaders of Bolivia. He gets the job done. Well, me and Matt
we're fighting Vietnamese children.
How many? Okay, have you seen a single Vietnam War movie? Like, dude, if you brought up like fucking 4 countries.
You can't handle the truth,
6
bitch.
different wars.
Somewhere Oliver Stone hurt his neck craning.
You know. Listen, boys. Whenever I just gotta say this: we're in Operation Desert Storm here, and
we're Operation Desert World War II.
Yeah, we're Desert World II Storm.
The Korean one, Yeah.
Yeah. The one where the Iraqis were flying planes in the ocean.
The one where the dudes from Starship Troopers fought the bugs.
I'll be honest with you.
Where the Kurds were like cannibals and stuff,
Which one's got the Alamo? That one.
as far as like war names, Desert Storm really fucking killed it. Like that is right. If you want to talk about a Mountain Dew drink, that's Desert Storm.
Oh, that's early 90s marketing right there. Desert Storm. You had Schwarzkopf coming in on a tank. I remember that imagery.
First they tried to make it nicer with Desert Shield. Like, we're going to protect them. Like, not Desert Storm. We're fucking them.
Yeah. We're fucking them in the ass. Guns and missiles.
But then you fast forward. We got a little cocky. Operation Iraqi Freedom. It's like, all right. Did we really do?
It was the same thing.
Did we help?
Those are 2 different wars, though. And we're still in that one right now. We're still doing that one.
Yeah.
Which nobody talks about.
I'm glad this is a podcast that can seamlessly shift from an hour discussion about someone taking a dump in a hospital to the international politics of the Bush era. And the
How to name wars. Like, come on, war marketing department, get your shit together. Yeah. Come on.
Because me and Jason are presumably drinking alcohol, so that's our excuse. I don't know what yours is ours, but this is...
So I have an idea of this is a rough draft, but we'll have a finished one on the final product. Anyway.
Oh, and Brennan, by the way, I appreciate it. I didn't mean to go silent there. So.
About being a sniper, he complimented.
Yeah.
No, Dan.
Okay, yeah.
I did it again.
We're gonna get to the picture.
Your silence is what we in the movies called golden. Thank you.
And it's we in writing call self-editing.
Yeah. Also, golden is my pee-pee on my wife's face because she's into that stuff. It's weird. Okay, so I think
for real. I appreciate it, dude. Love you.
Yeah, we all love each other. We're buds.
I just pictured the funniest scenario if you have a significant other that is into being peed on, and so you have to base your day in when you pee. Because you have to have it available at that point of the night now. And so you have to sit around having to pee all day to save it up for like, oh God, I just went. Fuck, I ruined the night now.
Yeah, but then you get a lot of Mexican beer.
Like you gotta be good at like just having some in the chamber and just dealing with it just in case now.
Yeah.
Like,
you want to underperform.
Married. Yeah, I think if you've been married for a while, you'll have some actual dialogue, like a text if it's like, hey,
it's pee night.
Hold it. It's time. Yeah, because you're not going to do it every day.
We need a little.
That was only 90 cc's. Do you still love me?
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, there it is.
Because
Yeah,
you don't want to. You don't want
text. Yeah.
You don't want one with you do, and it's just a little droplets, and you get a that's it. Like, come on.
You also want to time it if you're the receiver of that. You don't want the like I just drank like 2 pots of coffee piss where it smells like golden grant, like golden crisp. Like you know that
like
weird like
Cheerios.
it smells like smells like golden crisp. Yeah.
You need a well-hydrated man beforehand. Like, or you're just, or whoever's producing it needs to be very, 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 like, no gallstones at all. Like, they need
what if, but my fetish is, I want to be pissed on, but only, like, people who have kidney stones right now. Like, I want to
like, it's like
a little flavor.
And bleed from their eyes.
I noticed you have safety goggles and a helmet over here.
Yeah. Give it to me.
Ting, ting, ting.
I want you to take cry breaks in the bathtub in fetal position.
Just comes out like a wet BB.
It's like a prospector sifting for gold. Just trying to find it.
Except you're sifting out of the gold.
That's my piss fetish. That's mine.
All right, anyway, let's get this picture.
It wasn't mine until you described it that way. Now it's mine too. Shit.
I wrote this.
Welcome, internet. You're welcome.
Matt.
Good work. All right, here's the lady. Okay, so the details were we figured woman, white, but took a couple BBCs, right?
Yeah.
Independence. I don't know. That's just my personal experience in Independence. That's like seems to be a lot of the ladies there make that up. But she's older, all right? So she's been around. Like she's been to a few Commodores concerts, you know what I mean? Like
Sure. Like at the casino and back when they were filling stadiums.
Like euphemism. Like she's been to a few Commodores concert. Like that can be taken at face value, but it also sounds like a euphemism.
She was doing their mic check, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. All right, here she is. What's her name though?
I mean, I don't have any way to gather that from the
Juanita, even though she's white. That seems like a that lady like she just constantly smells like Marlboro Lights. She drinks at that bar with her friend Diane at the bar that used to be
getting deep.
That used to be a train like a mobile home, but that's just
sure.
Yeah, you know, one of those type of bars that you always see.
Like I see you describing somebody named Vicky.
Yeah, I like that this is like slowly becoming Jason's pitch with like a Netflix series. Like the lore is getting so deep now of these characters and the setting and the location.
Vicky with an I only.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And 2 Ks.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what it says on her cosmetology license.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here is my police sketch. Right. Have you seen this woman?
I'm gonna get my lawyer ready. The slow pan was the best part.
That is so much better than I expected. Oh my God. I was not ready for this level of detail. This looks like a spirit Halloween mask.
The whole thing on your face? The toilet and everything? That's the mask? Is her face the mask or the whole thing is the mask?
Yeah, her face does. It's got that weird, that weird droop line. I like because you have the feet kicking out like it's intense, but a defeated.
Well, yeah, look at that giant floppy ass that she's got to haul.
I know, but
she got to like roll up and just plop behind her. Your feet. That's the only way the feet can go. Is just out.
I mean, she's just getting leverage, is all.
Yeah, She's like 5'2", 380, man.
She looks like the defeated doppelganger bad ending version of that old lady Hallmark uses for like its shoebox card character. The sassy lady on all the dad joke cards.
Yeah.
Gosh, that is incredible.
Jason, if you don't have an Instagram, you need to just make an Instagram of drawings like that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Can you scan that
now for Fairweather Friends? Follow us on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and.
Yeah, please draw when you edit the funeral story. Please draw 3 or 4 frames of how you imagined.
All right.
Send me. I want you to.
You want it on shitty notebook paper?
Yes.
Oh, that's the best part. Yeah.
I want you to. I want you to signature that and then send that to me because that is. I want to hang that up in my new house.
Yeah.
Right, like episode 2 on it or whatever this is.
And I at least want that on the Twitter or something.
That's
all right. I'll do it. All right.
You could use that for our bathroom break picture that we'll be right back bathroom.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
Break.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, shit.
Yeah. I was waiting for like a mildly racist stick figure, but whoa.
Right, yeah, that exceeded everything.
That is
all these pictures I vividly had in my brain of Independence women, of just my experience, my many years.
I underestimated the level on which you were feeling this picture then.
Yeah, and again, I did not see this person enter or exit that room, so I'm in absolutely no position to confirm or otherwise.
But would you say, based on the sound you heard, based on the evidence that you witnessed, is this totally out of?
Is this possible?
I can absolutely see that sound coming out of that ass.
Okay,
because that ass can carry a lot of sound waves.
That's all.
Yeah, that's an ass.
We just want accuracy here on Fairweather Friends podcast. We just want some type of scientific reasoning, and
yeah, that ass is
wrong. It's proved wrong.
Subs. That ass is moving.
If you're watching and you took a shit at the hospital, at the big hospital in Independence off the main highway today,
the 12th,
at around what time? Afternoon?
Would have been about 5:30 p.m.
Oh, that's 100%.
Early evening. If you took
not p.m. p.m.
Call the number below.
Yeah,
and let us know if this is you.
And if not, please sign this picture.
Yeah.
That is
F in the chat for.
I don't know if we're gonna chop that. I think that was great.
Pilot episode in the can.
Yeah, boys.